Coach, welcome to Kerala Blasters FC.
Thank you. First of all, it's always super excited to meet a new group, something special. The initial days is absolutely something you always will remember. Great guys, great staff members, and in general, really good energy in the squad. So I'm really happy so far. That was two things. First of all, the ambitions from the ownership and the message the sporting director gave me in our first initial thoughts. He talked about the squad, about his plans, and we really hit it off immediately. So, and then of course to be a part of such a big club like Kerala Blasters, and also with this massive fan base. That was the two main things. Of course, we have plenty of preparations before we're heading here. But this is the first time I'm facing the players in person, and especially in the pitch. So, but the first impression, real ambitious guys. They want to show themselves from a good perspective, of course, when they're chasing the coaching stuff, or part of the coaching stuff, and especially the head coach. So I expect that they are so focused and bring lots of energy to the squad. But I have to say that the first impression is really good, not just the energy and the passion, also the quality from a quality perspective. This seems good with the ball and many talented players as well. So of course all teams need some kind of additions, and but right now we have a really good group over here, and we work hard every day. I mean, that is it's a really complex sport, right? And you have to deal with the 11 starting players, and you need to handle with the bench players. You need to deal with the entire picture, also with the 30 guys in the squad, so we can cooperate in the right way, and also that the guys outside the starting 11 and outside the bench players also supporting each other to create a competitive activity every single day. And then you need a team spirit. And you need a good atmosphere. The guys in the squad is also competitors in that sense, that of course they have to fight for the spots and this kind of thing, and they have to challenge each other. But at the end of the day, we need to be united to have a great team spirit, and it's of course it's up to everyone, but it's also up to me to address to create an atmosphere and a daily activity that everyone can express themselves and do what they're good at. And that's one of the most important things for me, like a head coach. Again, it's a complex sport. We need to handle many situations and have to handle many elements. But right now we try to implement the intensity in everything, in the training, the level of attention, and also how we also pass on the energy to each other. That's the thing we are focused on right now, the first initial days. Intense game, a game with high pace, passing the ball forward, move the ball quick, intense and high aggressive pressing. Then of course you have to deal with different kind of phases of the game, and you also have to also find a playing side who also fits the squad. But my main philosophy is to press high, to win the ball back immediately, to have a high intense game. Then you provoke the opponent as much as possible. Then we also have to possess the ball, control the ball, rest with the ball. But in general, and I think that fits the Kerala Blasters club in general, and also with this lots of passion we have around us, that we are, that we make some impact and not just follow the flow. We should, set the tone. I mean that in professional football is pressure in general. I understand that this is more than normal in this club. Then it's maybe even more important to have a high standard in everything in training, in all team talks, in how we behave, what kind of habits, and it makes us stronger. So we need a solid base. So of course it's that we have to deal with the pressure. We have to deal with the pressure from the fans, from the media, and also from a perspective that when we are winning games, then maybe the expectations will be even higher. Then they expect that we're going to win the next game and the next game and the next game. And if you lose a game or tie a game, then we expect that you have to bounce back and win again. But for me, that's normal in professional sports. So what we have to do now is focus on the training, focus to make things good every single day and create good habits, so we can have a solid foundation, and that makes everything easier to handle the pressure and difficulties. I mean that every single injury will also have a history, right? So I mean that you can have 5 hamstring injuries, or you can have a little bit like random injuries, and so of course the club and staff members and the medical staff and the physios and the fitness coach have been evaluating the previous season, and talked about it, of course. And I mean that we in football, we discuss the kind of things 24/7. So of course they have already a summary of the previous season, and of course all knowledge is all experience from the previous season is knowledge, and of course we have that in our minds. But still, it's a new season, and we have a plan, and we try to stick to the plan. And then we also you can't load them too much, and then it's a big risk for injuries. If you load them too less, you have big risk for injuries. But what I understood, most of the injuries from the previous season was like more of we call it unlucky situations, and that's hard to avoid. But if you have a good activity every single day, you have positive energy, then you minimize the risk to get injured. So, and you can't run around and be afraid. If you're afraid of football, you won't achieve anything. We try to be competitive in every single training session. Sometimes, of course, you have to, drop the loading, have lighter sessions, go through the tactical things in detail. But I strongly believe that high intensity is quite connected to winning mentality. And we try to be really competitive in every training session, and we also create an atmosphere that we really want to win in the training games. And also, like I said also before, that we are teammates, we are in the same team, we want to win together, we have to deal with the difficulties together, but they are also competitors in the training sessions. So without, what should I say, this competitive atmosphere in training sessions, you can't grow, right? And for me, that's hopefully all small pieces together makes us strong.
Thank you, coach. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.